Hello everybody, should be live. I am just starting up. I'm sorry I'm late. It's not my fault. It is Arthur's fault. So we're looking at Big Red right now. She's, well, where she was when we first started the other night. Let me just make sure everything is up and running. Okay, we seem to be up and running. And the reason why it was Arthur's fault is because Arthur was on the throne. As I was driving in, I saw a hawk in the air and didn't know who it was. And then, but I heard the robins calling, and so I checked the throne, and sure enough, Arthur was up there, and he was being harassed by a Baltimore Oriole, of all things. And as soon as I get started, you know, maybe we'll, I've heard where the young are, and we might be able to find them. But let me move this aside, close the door. I think I have everything I need. Oh, sorry. And let's see if we can see the Oriole that was harassing Arthur. This, because I'm playing through this camera, it's going to be a little bit difficult. But I'm gonna pull away for a second. Okay. Okay. Not broadcasting yet, but I am looking at Arthur up there, and someone's harassing him up there on the throne. How can someone harass Arthur on the throne? It's an Oriole. It is. It's an Oriole. Oh. Try to get a closer look at the Oriole, just to confirm. Sure enough, that is a Baltimore Oriole harassing Arthur, who is on the throne. Can you imagine the disrespect? Shame. Shame. I need to go set up and get ready because it's 2 minutes before the time I promised. But Arthur, I believe, just flew into the throne. I had seen him while driving here in flight, where I had seen somebody, and I believe it was Arthur now. And many of there are robins vocalizing around, but it's been a Baltimore Oriole that has that's been harassing him. I didn't want to show you all of it because I want to get to recording things and seeing things, and hopefully seeing some hawks. Let me just get ready for a little bit of walking. And hold on, let me get this situated here. Oh, this is really weird. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's take a walk. And hopefully we'll be able to find our juveniles. My understanding is that at least a couple of them are on Rice Hall. I've seen Arthur, as you obviously know, and we've seen Big Red. And I believe I just saw one of the youngsters on Rice, who apparently is eating from what I've heard. And we'll try to get a look. Should be possible. Okay. So we're looking at Rice Hall, and we have one of the chicks here, one of the fledglings I should say, and that fledgling is eating. Sure.
I saw many people taking photos right here. I'm just wondering what's the attraction.
Isn't that a beautiful building?
Oh, it is, okay.
But we're actually, here, I'll show you. If you look at my screen here, there's a red-tailed hawk there. That is a juvenile red-tailed hawk.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And there are actually 3 young around.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Their mother, if you look at this light pole here, you can't see with the trees here. Just take a few steps this way and look at the top of the pole. See there's a large bird up there?
Yeah.
That's their mother.
Oh, that's great. I'm like, only been here for a week, but I've seen like
I
4
see.
people now here, and I'm wondering what's the deal with this building. So,
Well, and their father, I had seen a few minutes ago. He was at the, well, you can't see him from here. He was at the top of that building there. That's Bradfield Hall. And my understanding is, I haven't seen it yet, but maybe on the far side of the building, there's another one of these young red-tailed hawks.
Oh, that's fantastic.
When they're young, they don't have red tails yet, so that's why you don't see it. But on that one on the top, she has a red tail.
Oh, thank you for letting me know. That's
no problem.
Very, it's really interesting.
It's interesting if you follow them, certainly.
Yeah. Do you know if there's any, like, you know, some universities put up, like, webcams and stuff? Do you know if that exists here?
Actually, see these 2 lighting towers above the athletic field? The one on the right is the one where their nest was. And if you look at the very bottom platform, that's where their nest is. And there are 2 cameras up there now. And they're streaming, but, you know, there's no activity now that everyone has left the nest.
Huh.
But they were, you know, they had them up and running, I believe, in either late February or early March once they decided to formally nest there.
Oh, I see. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So let's get a slightly closer look. Now, not the best view given the roof line and the angle. I'm going to darken it up a little bit. Oh, somebody's in the air. I should have known, given how it might be an osprey. Looks like it. I think I can't see it now. I've got a tree in the way, but that could be what caught the eye's attention. I'm going to let it go because whoever it was. Let's take a quick look at Big Red while we're here. There she is. We didn't get a close-up, or we didn't take a close-up anyway, earlier. But, you know, with her facing that way, we get her in beautiful sunshine. She looks like she might be considering a takeoff. Maybe? It sounds like the other other eye that's definitely on Rice Hall is calling. We're going to go take a look. Just leave everything in place here. I may have just caught, yes, I caught a glimpse. This view is going to be, looks like it's going to be better. And could all three be on Rice Hall? I don't know. I'm hearing another one calling. I don't believe the one that was eating is calling, so let's just at least look at this one. Look at how cute. I'm gonna lighten it up a little bit. Now, like I said, someone else was calling, so now I heard one was in one of the pine trees. I'm not sure which pine tree, but maybe if it is calling, maybe we'll be able to find it. Nevertheless, that was a nice look. I don't know if I have my tripod balanced quite as well as it was the other night. You can turn this way if you want. You can turn this way if you want. You can turn this way. Hey, turn this way, not fly that way. Okay, let's go across the street and see if we can catch up with them there. To my knowledge, Big Red is still where she was. Yes, she's still there. I just saw her. And I don't know where Arthur is. Hearing some robin calls. So we've seen two of the eyes so far. Plus Arthur, plus Big Red. Boy, that sounded tough. And I'm guessing, now I don't know who's who, and I don't know how to tell the young apart, to be honest with you, but I'm hearing robin calls here, so maybe we'll find. Oh, I see a youngster. Don't know if it's the one we were just looking at or a different one. Maybe the one that I heard was in the pines already. Come on, Ferris. Come on. There we go. Hi, baby. Thanks. Now, is there another one? I don't know. The one... Oh, maybe... Are there two there by any chance? I believe there might... I believe there are. Let me move over... let's check from here. See if we have a view. Yeah, it looks like we have two there. But this is not the best place to be. Let me try from over here. I'm gonna have the sun right on my camera screen, so it might be tough for me to see. I can't see either one from here. One second. No, I can't see them from here at all. Unless they both took off. Kind of doubt it. No, I can't see them from here either. That's the right tree. Oh, okay, I kind of see them. Not very well. Oh, come on, Ferris. So we have two here. But I'm not able to see them all that well because of the tree branches. So, but I believe we've seen everybody tonight. We'll stay with these two for a bit. So I haven't heard anything to make me believe that anyone else has moved. Last we saw, the third one was eating on Rice Hall. Big Red was on one of the lighting towers, and I haven't seen Arthur since he left. I didn't show it to you, but since he left the throne, being chased by the Baltimore Oriole. I don't know if there's maybe a slightly better location to see these two. Peekaboo. not the best for me right now. Don't know if I could move a little bit and get a better look. It's hard to tell. It's tempting for me to move now. I can't stay with it. This hawk has just flown right over my head and now towards Rice Hall, I believe, possibly landing on Rice, but not within my view. So maybe on the far side, or the other side, I should say, of Rice Hall. And here comes the other one. Landing right here on Rice. All right, let's get a closer look at this one, even though it's facing away from us. Hold on, I've got to do one little adjustment, sorry. That might help. Okay, sorry. I don't know if it'll help or not, but... Okay, I hear... Sounds like the other one is also calling, so I wonder if it would be a good idea. We won't be able to see this one most likely, but maybe we'll be able to see... maybe we'll be able to see the other from the other side of Rice. I hear two juveniles calling. We're gonna move and see if we can see what's going on. On the other side of Rice Hall. What did I just hear? It was a hawk call, but I don't know if it was possibly an adult. It sounds like an adult. I mean, I see Big Red. Wait, is that Big Red? I think it is, but let me just double check. Yes, it is Big Red up on top. And let's stop right here. We'll look at Big Red, and then I believe it's Big Red who's calling. I'm not sure, but let's... Yeah, it's Big Red. She is calling. For whatever reason. And I can see one of the eyes on top of Rice Hall from here. I don't believe it's the same one we were seeing from the other side of Rice Hall. But anyway, she's calling for whatever reason. All right, let's... oh, is she going to take off? No, she's preening. Come on, Ferris. There we go. Well, maybe she is going to take off. Her posture's changed a little bit. Now, if she does take off, I won't be able to stay with her, I don't believe, because of just the structure in my way and everything, but I might be able to track her a little bit. I don't know if she's calling to Arthur or if she's calling to her chicks. I don't know. Maybe she's not going anywhere. Very quickly, let's look up at Rice. And that's the only one I can see from here. Oh. The one that was eating. Oh, I can still see the one that's eating too. Or was eating. Looks like it still is. Yeah, it's still eating. And the third one, Big Red is still where she was. The third one, who's also calling, is not within my view, just given where we are right now. She's still there, and she's calling again. So again, I cannot see that other one that was on Rice Hall, but I know where two of the young are, and I know where Big Red is. So We have this one who's calling on Rice Hall. We have this one who's eating on Rice Hall. And we have Big Red up here, their mother. Why is she calling? I don't know. It could be she's trying to encourage her young to move along, to do something. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to move, not sure who's calling. Oh, the one who was calling, definitely, and within view is now in motion and has moved to, seem to be flying towards Furno Hall. Big Red is still where she was. Okay, let's go see if we can find that hawk. And catch up with it. If you're new to this, you know, the initial stages, the initial days after they fledge are, in terms of watching them, they can be relatively easy. The hawks stay within the area, but gradually their range will expand, and they'll be more and more difficult to track. Okay, here's somebody calling. Not hearing anyone call any longer. Well, I am, but not from this area. Maybe we'll go back towards Tower Road, because I can't see anybody now. Let's do that. Yes. Oh, I hear... It could be that the hawk circled around rather than go beyond Furno. I don't know. For all I know, it's on the nest tower. I really don't know. Is there someone up there? I think... Wait, there might be. And there is. Okay, let's look. Ooh. I'm running two cameras right now, and the other one, unfortunately, got a look at the photographer. So, So we have one now on the nest tower. That could be the one that flew away, but it's now at the top of the nest tower. And still calling. And now I can't see it. It's flying, I believe, towards rice. Okay. Don't know if anyone else has moved. Oh, somebody's coming in. I think it's Big Red coming towards rice. I'm not sure. I'm really not in a good spot right now. But I believe I don't see Big Red where she was. So I believe she went towards Rice Hall. And I don't know what's going on. She, to my knowledge, did not have prey, but she's probably stirring some activity. Oh shoot, I'm missing something. And here comes a third one. All 3 young up there. Big Red's there. One of them just like ran right over. What a privilege it is. Oh, she just took off. I missed it. I'm sorry. And I don't see where she went. Or did she take off? I don't see her. Well, we've definitely seen all 3 young. We've definitely seen Big Red. We've definitely seen Arthur. So we've seen everybody tonight, without any doubt. I don't know if she had prey, so maybe this one is just the one who's been eating right along. And someone might be in the air right now. I'm not sure. I thought I might have seen some motion. Oh, there she is. Cool. You know, if I were closer, I don't believe I'd see this as well, but I have the trees in my way, unfortunately. I don't see the... I don't know if this is where I should be. I really don't. I haven't seen her in a bit. See, from here I have to make a compromise no matter where I go, it looks like. All right, let's go. Let's go that away and see if we can catch up with everybody. I can just see the one who's eating. Oh, and I see another one, but not... Oh, wait, I see all 3. No, that's Big Red. That is Big Red. I did. Sorry. Oh, but no, we do have all 3 within view. Where'd the other one go? I may have just heard a northern flicker, by the way. Now, come on now. Isn't she beautiful? Oops. Oh, come on, Ferris. Wake up. Here we go. I just happened to tune into the chat room and I see the question, where is Reiki? Unfortunately, everybody, if you don't know, Reiki has passed away. And she will be missed, for certain. She was a valuable part of the community, of our bird watching community, and she will be missed. When I saw the one great blue heron we saw at Sapsucker, I had wanted very much another look, a better look, because I thought about her at the time. To me, I believe she's teaching them. She wants them to try to take prey from each other because they need to learn how to do that. She's still there. Just snuck a peek. Don't normally get 4 hawks within view. Now I can't see her. I believe she's still there, but I can't see her. I could move, but then I'd lose sight of... Oh, there she is. Okay, now I've lost sight of her. She did take off. I believe she left Rice Hall. And let me look back up at the 3 youngsters. I'll wait and see if maybe she shows up, but I have a feeling she won't. Not right away, anyway. And I believe she actually did take the prey. I may be wrong, but I believe she did. Let me check where we are on batteries. We're okay for the moment. Now you're hearing vocalizations from the robins, and I wonder if they're actually in reaction to her movement, or maybe I just hadn't realized they were vocalizing all along. I don't know. Darken it just a little bit. Hope it wasn't too light the whole time. Hello. I am looking at 3 babies. Hurry up and you can come and see the 3 babies on my camera screen here. They're all in one frame right now, which isn't normal.
Look at them. Look.
And their mother was with them a moment ago. Please, come take a look.
Well, the mom, did she bring food up
She
there?
was just there, and that food, I don't know when it was brought, but that food's been there a while, and One was eating when I arrived, and I believe, I may be wrong, but I believe the mother tried to kind of take it because she wanted them to try to take it back. I believe she is actually trying to teach them. I may be wrong, but I don't believe I'm reading too much into it.
Aren't they beautiful?
They are gorgeous, and they're going to get a little bit more beautiful in the next few days. They're still looking a little bit scruffy, like when they first leave the nest, but pretty soon they'll look more sleek and beautiful, in my opinion.
That's a nice camera you have.
And it works for me.
What's your lens there?
This is actually a scope,
Oh,
Okay.
and I'm streaming this live.
you are.
Yes.
That is cool.
If you have smartphones,
I don't think he's got. Do you have yours with you?
well, if you
Oh.
go to this link right here, the YouTube Live, you can see what my camera is seeing.
So you are Ferris.
I'm Ferris.
Well, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
We
Oh,
are Bob and Bobby.
nice to meet you.
Oh yeah.
Someone just moved up to the top, so we're not going to get them all in one frame any longer. But you came at the right time.
Oh my gosh, I guess we did.
And their mother, her name is Big Red, by the way. She was with them just moments ago and then flew on. I thought maybe she had taken the prey, but she left it behind for them. I don't know where she is.
Sometimes they would go up to the top of this building.
Right.
You know,
And
in other years.
They still do. On the other side, I saw their father. He was at the top on the other side when I first came in. His name is Arthur.
Arthur. Big Red and Arthur.
Big Red and Arthur. Now, she had a prior mate who passed away a couple years ago. His
Yeah.
name was Ezra.
That's right. What a cool job you have.
Well, it's not a job. It's just fun, and I enjoy doing it very much.
So where did they nest this year?
They nested in, well, if you look that way, there are two lighting
Yeah,
towers.
yeah.
They nested at the bottom level of the one on the right.
Okay.
I was here, I came walking and I was here when a whole bunch of people from the bird club, I guess, they had their chairs all set up over here because it was fledgling.
Not because, I don't believe they're club members so much, but they are people who follow the Hawks, and you know that Cornell streams okay. So they're people who have followed these Hawks from the beginning, since Cornell started streaming them back in 2012. So they have a lot of fans around the world.
Yeah, they do. That's exactly right.
Maybe not as many as they used to, but there are certainly a lot of people who appreciate them, watch them, and we, because of technology, we're able to follow them really year-round now, and enjoy doing so.
Where do they go?
Well, assuming they survive, the young will find their own territories. As for the adults, they'll stay here on campus.
That's true. That's right, because this is their territory.
This is their territory. They stay around, and we watch them in the general area. Now, this time of year, you're likely to see, especially right now with the young around, staying in this area, you're likely to see an adult pretty close by, and but then eventually the young will expand their range, and we'll start seeing them all over the place. And I love seeing them, but then they give you a little bit of exercise chasing them all over the campus.
Yes, they do. Now, can you tell female from male?
It's very difficult, and the females are generally larger than the males, but unless you see them side by side, very, very difficult. And sometimes you could have a particularly large male next to a particularly small female, and you'd have a very hard time. Or especially if they're not close to each other. And there are some other slight differences, but it's the easiest way is to see one lay an egg.
Yeah, true. I didn't mean to scare them.
No, that's okay. Believe me, they're somewhat used to people around, and I'm sure the adults are in particular. But I mean, the young are they're quite used to seeing people because they were raised in the nest. It's not like they were raised inside somewhere, and they would watch people all the time.
Did they have 3 eggs and 3 young this year?
They did. They
And
did.
they look like they're in pretty good shape right now.
They are. You know, they're being fed well. They can't hunt on their own, but they'll have to start doing that pretty soon, and they'll hopefully acquire the skills to do it. And you know, when they leave the nest, they're full sized. They're just as actually, technically, they're even larger than their parents because some of their feathers are longer. But they're full sized, and they don't have the, you know, their muscles aren't necessarily mature.
Yeah.
But they soon mature with you know, flight after flight after flight. So they get the hang of things.
What do they call baby hawks?
Well, when they're in the nest, they're chicks.
Chicks.
And once they leave, they're fledglings.
Okay, fledgling.
Now I often call them chicks, even though I shouldn't. They're considered fledglings. Hello. And then, you know, maybe after a short time, instead of calling them fledglings, you refer to them as juveniles.
Juveniles. Okay. Oh boy.
They won't get their red tails until fall of next year.
Okay.
So it takes a while.
Fascinating. Well, that one is having a snack.
Oh yeah, but not, you know, hasn't been eating that fast. I mean, you know, I've seen them eat before, and you know, especially smaller prey like a chipmunk or a mouse, they can gobble them right up. None of them have been eating all that rapidly, but when their mother was there, they were making a lot of noise, that's for sure. And I don't know where she is right now. She may be on the other side there, but I haven't seen her since just before you came by.
Do you know how long ago they fledged?
Just within the last couple weeks. I don't remember exactly when they did, to be honest with you. I'm not very good about
I'm
that.
trying to think because wasn't it last weekend when I was walking here by myself?
One of them last weekend had fledged. By Saturday night, I know one had left the nest. And then the other two, I believe, left the nest within a couple days, or maybe one day. Maybe the very next day they had left. So it hasn't been long.
Do the babies talk to the mom?
Well, I mean, you know, what kind of communication they have, I don't know. But a short while ago, their mother was on one of those lighting towers, and she was calling, and they were calling to her. With basically the food beg call or the attention call or whatever, and you know, at least two of them were, and she kept calling, and I recognized the adult call. I don't know if she was calling to them. I think she may have been calling to them. I think she wanted them to move, to get along, to try to take prey or something. I think, you know, like I said, I think she's been trying to instruct them. And I saw that, actually, I believe some of that on Tuesday night, where she had taken prey that was up there. And it was, you know, they could have had it if they wanted it, but they were still, like, calling. So she took it and was flying here and flying there on top of Rice Hall, I think, just to get them to try to take it from her. But, you know, the hawks are very interesting. You can see a lot of great things about them.
Oh, there. I just heard.
I heard
mother
that
or
too.
dad.
Now that was,
It's out here somewhere.
it was out there. I don't know where. I think I'll go look and see if I can find what's going on.
Those lights.
Possibly. All right, everybody, we're moving.
Oh yeah, you can see her. Or him. First light.
Okay, that might be her. I believe it is.
And beautiful light.
She is in beautiful light, and she's just a gorgeous hawk.
So mad at people taking me, and along with like people he was supposed to take. I don't know. It's very strange.
Yes, that's definitely the mother.
But that's not
And let me get things situated, and I'll see if I can give you a better look.
Isn't she beautiful?
Oops.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's calling. So cool.
Now I have a feeling she may be calling to her mate. I don't know.
Maybe. Trying to say.
Would you like a look?
Hey, babe. Monk, you want to come look?
Oh, sure.
I know, but you could see
You can get a
great
much better
one.
look on the camera.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but I haven't heard any answer call.
No.
Just that one.
Well, don't know if I told you, but when he was on the other side, there's an object, an antenna or something up there we call the throne, and he was at the top of it, and he was being harassed by a Baltimore Oriole who kept dive bombing him and even touching him.
Maybe he went down by DB Lake.
Could be. It's possible he does do that sometimes. I did see him a while ago, so I mean he's been around. I don't know.
She's really calling. Of course, the babies, up here a little.
Well, she's not looking at them as she calls, so
No, she's
I don't
not.
know. Maybe she's hoping that he comes around.
She's probably saying, those 3 kids we have,
Could be.
they're giving us trouble already.
They take after you.
Oh my goodness. What we can learn.
Definitely encourage you. Obviously things aren't as active on the Nest cameras, but maybe next season tune in, and you get to see them nesting, and you see much of it. And there are people who will be on the ground like I am, and they might even see the mating that goes on before the nesting.
But they only have 1 set of babies
Per year.
Yeah,
Well, it takes a lot to raise them.
Boy, I can understand that. And three that look like they're pretty healthy. So there's not one that doesn't look like it's as
No,
healthy.
they're in pretty good shape as far as I know. She's just gorgeous.
She's looking back that way.
But not, I don't
No,
believe, looking towards
no.
the Rice Hall. I think she's just looking back.
Maybe she sees us.
Oh, she may be looking around for him. I don't know, for Arthur.
Arthur, come help me out. How long will you stay here?
I'm probably going to stay here till about dark. Or until I lose sight of everybody and it looks like I can't find anybody anymore. Well, he may not call back,
Oh,
but she doesn't seem to know where he is anyway. I may be wrong about that, but she doesn't seem to know.
I'll tell you what, those little 3 up there don't seem to be,
Well, there's food up there, and maybe that's all they care about. I don't know if they'd be qualified as teenagers, but
preteen almost as bad. Well, not bad. It's just they're
bad.
all in different.
No, bad is the right
different
word.
ages.
Bad is the right word.
I substitute in the Ithaca City School District.
Oh, okay.
I've been a sub for a long time here. And 5th graders now.
They're
Most
tough,
of
aren't
them
they?
are bigger than I am. And they're intense. And I don't do middle school. I do high school. I love the kids at high school.
Mhm.
And then I do kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. But 5th graders are something else.
Well, I'll never forget. I had a teacher once, 7th grade, 7th grade? Yes, 7th grade. And if he's talking to the class and teaching, and someone else starts talking, he would just stop talking. And just wait and wait and wait. And believe me, if you were talking, even if you were talking about like the subject matter, but he couldn't tell, it doesn't matter, he would do that, and you'd be embarrassed. You would never do it again. And I think that's an effective way to keep people quiet. I really don't know what this is all about, why she's calling like that.
She's lonely.
I don't know about that. Okay, here's some noise. I better move.
That sounds more like...
It's a robin.
Yep, it's a robin.
But it's a robin alert call.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's what has me wondering what's going on.
My husband is going to come back this way. We're just beginning our walk.
Oh, okay. Well, I won't keep you.
That's okay. No, this is fascinating.
But I hope
so glad we talked with you.
Hope you enjoy. Oh, I see only 2 hawks up there. So maybe that's why the robin is vocalizing, because maybe someone has moved along.
Hey, babe, did you see one of the babies fly? Oh, there's only 2.
See a mourning dove. And the robin is not vocalizing any longer. Pardon me? It is. Well, it's actually a spotting scope. Here, come on over. I'll show you what I've been looking at. I've been looking at red-tailed hawks. And 2 of the hawks that I've been looking at, of the 5, are right here on top of Rice Hall. Go ahead and look at the screen.
That's pretty cool.
That's one, and the other is right up here.
Cool.
These are young ones. And the one that's calling, that's an adult, that's their mother, by the way. She is up on the lighting tower. I don't know if you can see her, but she's right up there.
Yeah, I see.
So I'm not crazy, I'm just looking at hawks. There's a 3rd young one that just probably flew somewhere around here, but I'm not sure where.
Now I've heard of, we have some red-tailed hawks at our zoo. The first
Oh, okay.
And they told us that in nature documentaries, whenever they show, maybe not nature docs, but like any stock footage where they show a bald eagle, they
Very often they use the red-tailed hawks,
yeah.
call, because the eagle call is not that impressive, to be honest.
Yeah.
Anyway, her name is Big Red. The young, they're just labeled as the eyes because of I as in capital I, just because they're that generation. They've been watching and following them since they started with the C's. And there's a 3rd one around somewhere, but I'm not sure exactly where. So now you're up to date.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's pretty cool. Thanks for showing me.
No problem. Okay, everybody, we're going to move along. Don't know where that 3rd one is. I had heard a robin alert call somewhere around here, but I don't know, I'm not hearing it any longer. And I'm not saying the The juvenile isn't around, but I don't know where it is. So let's circle back, head maybe towards, well, definitely head towards Tower Road. Look around a little bit. Big Red is still calling. I wonder what's going on. Oh, did I just see something? No. Or did I? She's still there. I don't know where Arthur is. I don't know if she's calling to them or if she's calling to him. I don't know. No. No. There. Oh, wait a minute. You're right. There is somebody up there. There is somebody up there. You're right, absolutely right. Thank you. So, what's the story? I don't know. Is she calling to him? Well, if she is, she's using long distance and he's right there. So he's there with a friend, apparently, a Robin. And she is right here. Uh-oh. I've got a battery that's dying, everybody, so it's time for me to change. I wonder if he's been there right along. He might have been. Okay, I'm going to... She looked like she might take off. I'm going to shut it off for just a minute. I've got to change the battery. So we've got Big Red here. Arthur here. Facing the wrong way from our perspective, but he's there. Oh, that's not a robin. Is it? No, I think it's a house finch. That's a house finch. No respect tonight. I wonder if he's been there all along, because just by the direction in which he flew when I saw him leave, I didn't show it to you, and quite honestly, I didn't capture the flight anyway, but when he left the throne, it looked like he flew towards the athletic field. That's why when I first saw Big Red, I thought that maybe I was just seeing him on top of a lighting tower. So he may have been there all along. Right now, where I am, I cannot see any of the young. I'm guessing they're still on Rice Hall, or at least two of them, but I don't know for certain. So what was the purpose of the call? I don't know. Let's go back to... I don't know why, but when I'm looking at him, the camera doesn't hold steady. House finch is still there. And the reason why I can't see the young on Rice is just because there's a tree in my way. Okay, let's look back at Big Red. It could be she's just hoping for a reaction from her young. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised, given what we saw earlier. You know, you think maybe she's calling to Arthur, and, you know, quite honestly, you're kind of worried if she's worried about him. And he's right next door. It's a local call. Or it would be. I suspect she's just trying to, and again, I don't know. I can't read anything into, into it. I shouldn't. But I just suspect she's trying to get some kind of reaction from her young. And maybe it's just not happening to her satisfaction. I'll note that we saw what looked like some kind of teaching tonight, and we saw some kind of teaching on Tuesday night. Arthur is still there. He hasn't budged. The same is true for the house finch, the male house finch. And the robins are vocalizing a little bit more now, I believe. I still can't see them from here. Oh, I can just make out two of them are together. We're going to move and take a look at them. I'm going to leave everything in place. Definitely see two of them together. And if I stop right here, I might be able to occasionally look back at Big Red and Arthur. So here are two of them. Again, I don't know where the third is. I am lightening it up a little bit just because of the way they're lit, and it's getting a little dark. This has been wonderful, really. I mean, I've enjoyed it. It's really interesting to see what appeared to be some effort at teaching. Although you wonder if so far these are good students. So they're just hanging out. We've got people coming along the sidewalk, and I think they may have heard Big Red, so maybe we'll show them Big Red. And I think they're seeing her. Okay, so let's look at Big Red again. Hello.
Sorry.
No, don't worry about it. There's a red-tailed hawk up there. That's what you're hearing calling.
You were right. Is it male or female?
That is a female. Here, take a
Can I
look.
look at it?
Mhm.
Oh, she's pretty. Oh, whoa. Where is
Actually,
there it is.
she's gorgeous, and
Yeah.
she is there. Her mate is actually on the very next tower over, and he is right here. He's looking away in the opposite direction, so you can't see him as well.
Oh wow, once I see him up close, I understand where he is.
And then 2 of the 3 of their young are over here on Rice Hall.
Do you watch them daily?
I don't
Not
watch
daily,
them every day,
but
but like I
when you
watch them
can.
whenever I can. So here are 2 of their young.
How old are they?
They're very young. They're just this year, and they just left their nest just within the last couple weeks.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh yeah, they're big.
They when they leave the nest, they're full sized.
Yeah. Wow.
And there's a 3rd one somewhere. I don't know where it is. And just so you know, if you see, you can't see the towers here, but the 2 poles right there, and the very lowest level of the one on the right is where their nest was. And Cornell streams from a camera, actually 2 cameras up there, and they just, a lot of people tune in and watch, and other people do what I'm doing.
That's so cool.
And I'm streaming this live, just so you know.
Oh cool.
I don't know if this is audio.
And she's calling for some reason, I don't know why, but she is maybe I don't know if she's trying to encourage them to move or what, but she's been calling for a while, even though her mate is right there next door, so I don't know what's going on. So now you know the story.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care. Wouldn't mind seeing the 3rd one up there. Lighten it up a little bit. I do wonder if the 3rd is just here and maybe in a tree or something. And I just haven't been able to find it. I really don't know. It is getting late in the day, and finding a good safe spot is not a bad thing to do. I don't think she's yelling at me. The robins are quiet. Oh, I only see one of the young on rice now. I don't know where the other one went. Let's look at Arthur for a moment. He seems relaxed. Oh, the other one might. Oh, the other one was there, and out of right there on the corner and behind. But the other one that we could still see has flown. So I don't know where it is. Flew away somewhere. So we still have one who may be eating actually still. Yeah, it looks like it. We're going to take a walk and see if we can find the others. Just get set here. From this angle, I can't see any of the chicks, fledglings, juveniles, youngsters. That doesn't sound good. I don't know which way I should walk. Let's walk behind Bruckner. See if we can see anything. There's a cat there. I don't know what the cat's doing there. Oh, sorry. Darkened it up. I didn't realize. I hate when that happens. Anyway, there's a cat there. Cat just ran. Stay away from the birds. Can still hear Big Red. Now there's a robin calling. An alert. Could they have expanded their range down there already? Maybe. Kinda doubt it, but maybe. If that is the case, I don't see it anyway, but I hear a squirrel. So maybe they're in one of these trees here, and that's what's causing the alarm. Wait, is that it? Hold on. What do I see? I think it's nothing. Yeah, nothing. Okay. But I wonder if one of the hawks is here in one of these trees. Yeah, it may be, but I don't know. Where are we on battery? Oh yeah, we're okay. The other camera's battery is getting there. I don't see anybody in these trees. Now it's possible. It's possible there's somebody nearby, but I just don't see it. Given the robin vocalization, I would guess that there is somebody nearby. We're going to head back out towards Tower Road. least with the naked eye, I don't see anybody in these trees. I should check that one where we first saw one and then two of them. Taking a quick look, I don't see anybody. See this, that tree's not in good shape. Most of it's dead. It looks it anyway. Big Red is still where she was, and I believe Arthur's still where he was. And we're going to walk further east and maybe get a better look at Arthur. Not much. Not much better. Unfortunately, because of where he is perched. I think we'll have our view blocked, but let's try to look anyway. Oh, hold on, I'm going to slip on my cord here. She's still caught. Let me move a little bit further. Okay. So that's where he is. Try to get a better look at him. One moment. Not too bad. But from here, she'll be facing away if we look at her. I'm going to lighten it up just a little bit. And let's look at her for a moment. And just waved at her. In many ways, it's actually a quiet night. I mean, for a while there was a lot of activity when she was there with all three chicks. I don't believe, just that call isn't necessarily a territorial call. I've seen, my own neighboring hawks call to each other, or apparently call to each other as they fly around, and I would see no other birds that I believe they would be concerned with. Now, I did the other day. It was funny. I was just leaving home, and all of a sudden I heard a very loud hawk call, and it looked like one of the hawks was kind of sort of chasing after a bald eagle. The eagle continued on, and the hawk just circled back, and then I noticed that there were two hawks in the air. One more look at Arthur, and then we're going to move on. Oh, hold on. Oops. Wrong tower. Yeah, wrong tower. That's really the wrong tower. There we go. Wouldn't be surprised if he takes off soon, actually. Okay, let's move along and see if we can catch up with the eyes. The other camera is really, truly, battery-wise, on its last legs. Maybe I should change it. Okay. Oh, from here I can't see Arthur. Is he still up there? It may be. Could be that's just part of the lighting tower that is blocking my view. Yes, he's still there. Let me just double check with binoculars. Yes. Now, where are the youngsters? That I don't know. Rather than deal with, yeah, the other battery's about had it, I'm going to shut off the other camera. I could switch, but I'm not going to bother. Just another battery to charge when I get home. I may be wrong, but I have a feeling most of the activity and excitement is already done. Probably, I mean, we may see some flights of, if we're watching at the right time, Big Red and Arthur might fly from where they are. I don't expect them to stay, on those lighting towers. Hold on, there's a bird I don't, oh, it took off. I don't expect them to stay there, so maybe they'll find roosting spots, but I think in terms of the young doing much, I think they're probably set for the day. So we're walking now between Rice Hall and Little Rice Hall. I still hear an alert calls from a robin, but we never did find the one that they might be calling about. One or more. One of the robins that's calling is now up on right there up on Bruckner. Well, the robin on Bruckner is looking that way. Kind of. Doesn't mean anything, but for all I know, it's concerned about me. I don't see anybody in any of these trees right now, but I suspect they are somewhere in these trees. And I'm not going to look all night long trying to find them. That doesn't make sense. Thought I heard a squirrel also again. Plenty of vocalizations. So I still believe that somebody's nearby, but I just don't see it. And sometimes we see them and they're moving around a little bit in the trees. I'm not catching any motion. Could be it just either I'm looking in the wrong spot, or else maybe, well, there's always a chance something else is here. And oh, I see somebody. Okay. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? Wait a minute. Who is that? Let me look. Okay, it's one of our hawks. While we're young, Ferris, where are you? There we go. I hear more vocalizations from elsewhere, so I'm wondering if another one might be in the area, you know, reasonably close. So we'll say goodnight to this one. Good night, babe. You know what, while you're looking at that, let me look at these trees a little bit more closely. See if maybe by any chance somebody else is here. I can say this, the one that we're looking at looks content to stay there. It's not trying to ladder up or move around or anything like that. Now I'm hearing squirrel alert calls, and they're not very, very close. So, well, it could be that this hawk is causing that. Maybe another hawk is. I don't know. This one's kind of out in the open, so it could be that it's being seen by the various other animals, you know, from longer distances. I wonder if it sees something in here. I don't see anything. As I look around, I don't see anything. Okay, let's head towards Tower Road, though, and see if we can find anybody else. Let me just dial things down. We're going to end things for the day pretty soon, I think. It's getting dark. Good night, baby. Check and see if anybody's on Bradfield Hall. I can't see anybody on Rice from here. And Big Red is still on the lighting tower where she was. At least it looks like her, unless they swapped places or something. Hearing some robin activity in front of Furno. Oh, Big Red just took off. Here she comes. Just took off, and she is heading. She is landing on Rice Hall. Hold on. I'll show you as soon as I can get set here. Come on. Come on. There she is. I'll lighten it up so you can see her a little better. So she just landed there. I'm going to look, while she's there, she may take off. I'm going to look and see. Arthur is, I can't tell if he's still there. I have a feeling he's not. Where we left him. Sort of chipping sparrow. So I am lightening up quite a bit. And I cannot tell if he is on Bradfield, but we'll check shortly. I have a feeling she's heading there herself, but I may be wrong. And there may be young in the there may be young in. Oh, she's gonna take off. There she goes. Oh no, she's still there. Is she going after the prey? Is there prey still there? These kids don't realize you shouldn't waste. And there she goes. And where is she headed? I don't know. I can't see her now. Oh, back up to the tower. So she's back up where she was. It's like I wonder if she wanted to check. Oh, yeah, she took the prey with her. What was left of it, she apparently took it with her. This has been really a wonderful night. This has been interesting. I mean, not just to see them. I mean, sometimes we see them and they're beautiful and everything, but sometimes you get a sense that there is the teaching involved. I cannot, I just caught a glimpse of her, but now I can't see her again because of the trees, and I'm guessing she went to the nest. I don't see her with the naked eye. I'm going to get focus on the nest. Or the nest tower, I should say. I thought that's where she may have gone, but I lost sight of her. Hold on. No, I still don't see her. I wonder if she's on Bradfield and I just didn't see her go that way. And let me look back up at that other second lighting tower. I don't see anyone there from here. Okay, let's I lost sight of her because of the trees. So I don't know where she is. And I don't know where Arthur is. I don't know where anybody is. Well, maybe I know where that... Oh, is that Arthur still up in that tower? Nope. So he doesn't seem to be there any longer. Let's look at Bradfield. Let's see if they're there. I see somebody. I believe I see somebody. Up higher than normal. But I see somebody. Come on. Hello, somebody. It's Arthur. So I still don't know where she went. It is getting dark, so I can only do so much to show him to you. I could zoom in a little bit. Looking at the nest tower and the adjacent tower. Oh, wait a minute. I see somebody, maybe Big Red, on one of the lighting towers across the way. And it could be that it was Big Red who had flown there. One second. I believe that's Big Red. It's dark, so it's hard for us to see, but yes, that's Big Red. You can also see the band on her leg. So she took what was left of it and she went over there. That's near Bartles. And we know where Arthur is. We saw, not too long ago, one of the young juveniles in one of the trees, but I don't know where the other two went. But I'm guessing they're around somewhere. I'm guessing they're around here somewhere. Closer to Emerson Hall or Bradfield Hall. I'm hearing some robin vocalizations, some alert calls. I wonder if somebody's there. I have no idea. It's just neat the way this has all progressed. I mean, there was that food up there, and she had the teaching session, or at least what looked like it to me. And I don't want to make too much of it because I don't know for certain, but that's what it looked like to me. And then, like, after all is said and done, she comes over, she gets what's left, and she takes it, waste not, want not. Arthur is still up there. It's even darker now, I think, than it was just moments ago, which makes sense, actually. I think it's about time I packed up and headed home. Mosquitoes are, I think, finding me. I hear a robin singing, but I'm not hearing any other robins. Things are quieting down, I think, for the night. Nice night here on the campus. I have to say we didn't see as much as I would have liked, obviously, in other locations. But this has been nice here on the campus. I'll stay with her a bit. I wouldn't, I'm curious to see if she comes over to Bradfield, to be honest with you. And where I showed you Arthur, he was at one of the higher perches rather than the lower one where we so often see them. So again, she's on the opposite side of the field, not the direct opposite, tower, but she's on the opposite side of the field from the nest tower. She's near Bartles Hall. And I'd like to know if she ends up coming this way towards Bradfield Hall. So we'll wait. Or I'll wait. You guys are free to go. You're always free to go. I do want to say I appreciate, your patience with me between technical issues and maybe just times when we're not seeing many birds. I appreciate all that. I really do. I hope despite those problems you still end up enjoying the day. That's true. I mean, not just today, but every time we have a broadcast. Always look forward. I always do. I can only speak for myself, but I always look forward to the next one. As I've mentioned periodically, I really enjoy these sessions also here on the campus. It's on a relative basis. It's quiet up here, and especially when the hawks are staying within this area, it's just feels like it's just us and them, and it's just nice to see. And like tonight, things were fairly quiet, and then all of a sudden there was all kinds of activity, and I found that worthwhile. I keep checking, and Arthur is still there. He doesn't seem to be in a hurry to move, from what I can tell. Oh, is she done? I'm looking around. No, she's not done. I can't see her now. Let's move. I'm not sure where she went. She may be in the... There she is. And you have to wonder, I mean, obviously she deliberately went there, but is she going to leave it there? Is she going to take it with her? Is she... I don't know, is she hoping that somehow she's being observed by her young, or what the story is? I don't know. Will she leave it there for them to find tomorrow? I don't know. I think she left it. Yeah, it's hard to tell, but I believe it's still there. And she is on Weiss Hall, or Weil Hall, not Weiss. Weil Hall. I wouldn't be surprised if she now comes over to Bradfield. May be wrong, but that's my guess. Tempted to move just in case she takes off, but I don't know if that would be... She could take off at any time. Okay, I can't see her now. All right, let's move over, see if she did in fact go to Bradfield like I suspect. Looked like she was heading there. And see where she is. I don't see her. I can still vaguely see, or barely see, Arthur, I think. There he is. Where is she? Not there. Hold on, let me really lighten it up. And let me look. Oh, I see her. So, we know where Arthur is. Good night, young man. And we know where Big Red is. Good night, my queen. Thank you both. Everyone, we're gonna pack up. And it's time for me to head home, I think. Unless there's something in the sky that's worth seeing. Interesting evening, I have to say. We had some nice looks at our beautiful hawks, but we also had some very interesting behaviors. He was cool as a cucumber. Even when the Baltimore Oriole was harassing him. Sorry it's grainy, but that's because it's so dark. I cannot see her with the naked eye, and I can, well, when my eyes adjust, I might be able to barely make out him because he's got the whiter breast, but I cannot see her at all. Okay, Big Red, good night. Good night, Arthur. Good night, good night. Let me head towards the car. And I'm going to look at the sky and see if there's anything worth looking at. If not, I'm going to pack up. I have a feeling there are no planets up. I had a nice look at Jupiter last night, but I don't know if that's possible tonight. Not yet, anyway. And I don't see any bright objects in the sky. I might as well pack up and head home. Everybody, I hope you've enjoyed today as much as I have. No, I hope you enjoyed it even more than I have. But we are, unfortunately, out of time and out of light, and it's time for me to head back home. Everyone, good night. I don't know when I'll next see you because of just my schedule being very, very full, but not yet determined. I just know I've got a lot of things coming up. So, again, I don't know if I'll even see you next weekend. I don't know. But we'll try to squeeze in a visit whenever we can to the campus or to just the tour in general. And until then, I wish you all a very, very good night. Take care, everybody.